Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday. I hope you all are having, because it's still the weekend, are having a fabulous weekend. It is Sunday. It is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. It is also my daughter's birthday. She is 24. So happy birthday to Janaya. So welcome, everyone. We're in a series about vision. We are currently in month 5. And so, what we're going to be talking about today is becoming the vision. So, I'm super excited. I'm a lover of vision and imagination and all those great things. So, I hope you are too. And so, I'm excited to get started. Welcome, welcome. You're going to need all of your notes. This is month 5. So, if you've been here for any of the months, month 1, 2, 3, 4, get your notes because we have wrote some stuff down. And so, we're just building on the things that we have already been doing for the first, we're in month 6. Y'all, we're in month 6, almost at the end of month 6 of 2026. That's crazy. We're about to be in month 7. So you just get all your notes, get your tea, get your coffee, get your juice, get your water, whatever you need, because this is a 90-minute session and we have lots to chit chat about. We have lots to chit chat about on this here Sunday morning. It's still dark outside where I am. I don't know about y'all, but it's still dark. So I feel like it's still bedtime. But rise and shine. Rise and shine because we have stuff to do. So we have to talk about the vision for the rest of 2026 and who you have to become to fulfill the vision that you have for yourself. So yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm super excited to chit chat with you all today. It's gonna be so fun. So welcome. Drink your tea. Get your snack if you eat early this in the morning. I don't, but I do have my juice. I have my juice too. So yes. So we're gonna get started shortly, and welcome everybody. This is gonna be fun. Make sure you have your pen, your notebook, because I have to take notes. This is an interactive session. I am not gonna be talking at you. That is not what I do. So we're gonna be talking together, engaging together. So be prepared. Be prepared to speak, honey. Okay? I hope y'all got what y'all need so we can get started. This is gonna be so fun. I have my paper in case I need to write something that I might say something. Y'all might say something. I want to write down. So make sure you have all your stuff so that we can make some magic here this morning.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke, stay woke, stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together.
All right, all right. Happy Sunday again, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers today on Father's Day. We are in month 5 of a series that we are talking about vision. And so I am super excited to be here with you all. If you have not been a part of the other sessions, we will have a quick recap before we get into month 5. And just so that we're all aware, this is going to be super interactive. So, for all the people that are here, we want you to interact, whether it's in the chat or if you want to come off mute and chit chat, we will do that too. Okay. So, we're going to get started so you can share the slides. All right. So, our journey so far. So, as you see, it says month one, month one, month one. I don't know why it says that. But we're going to pretend that it says month one, month two, month three, and month four. Okay. So, month one, we talked about vision is more valuable than money. And so we understand that money is very important, right? You can do things with money, but if you don't have vision for the money, they say every moment in your day should have an assignment. Every dollar should also have an assignment. And not like you have to like micromanage it, but you like put into account. So this account is for food or this account is for bills. And when it's all gone, it's gone. But because you know how much your bills are this month, you know how much goes into that account. So it's just having vision for all the money that comes. We don't want it to stress us, but we want to be thoughtful about it. And so that is what we talked about for month one. For the people that are here, who has been a part of these sessions so far? Just so that I know how far we should go into the recap.
Uh,
Gina, who else?
Do you want to just go ahead and recap because there'll be people watching it later on Facebook, like the replays and on YouTube. So maybe a recap will help them later.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So month one, we're talking about vision being more valuable than money. And one thing that we kind of recognize is sometimes people have a difficult time talking about money. And they'll be like, well, I don't really need that much, or I just need a little bit, or I don't want to be greedy. It's like, honey, there's lots of money in the world. Why should we not have it too? But we just have to be thoughtful about how we're spending it, how we're using it, and how we're giving it, and not like hoarding. A lot of times they say when you hold stuff too tight, your hands aren't open, so you're not able to receive things because you're holding on so tight because you don't want to let go of what you feel is little. So you also have to have a vision for the amount of money that you want to make, right? And so, previously, the series that I did before was the book review on Think and Grow Rich. And some people had difficult time with that book because of some of the things that we didn't know or didn't learn. And so it made us uncomfortable. And so it's like, in order to expand and grow and change your paradigm and change the way that you currently think, sometimes you have to open your mind to think about something new because it's not about being greedy. It's not about just wanting a whole bunch of money. It's about you have a greater impact when you have resources, when you have money to be a blessing to other people. And so that's why we say having vision. I'm a visionist. I don't have my notebook because I just got back, y'all. I just got back yesterday from being gone for 3 weeks. So all of my stuff is still in suitcases. But I got my notebook. Y'all know about the 300 things. Y'all know the list, right? And so the list is vision. You have to have vision for where you're going. So that's why we started doing this series so that, a lot of times in January, you're like, people have New Year's resolutions and all these different things that they're doing. And so it's not just about what happens in January. We're in point six, y'all. June. We are halfway through the year. Oh my gosh. And so we decided that we're going to do this, excuse me, so that we can keep the vision that we had in the beginning of 2026 and have conversations about it, be able to hold this is like an accountability group. So we're holding each other accountable to the visions and things that we have for ourselves. So that was month one. in month two, we talked about, remember, pretending that it's month two, that was on a Monday, and structure and alignment. So that was on a Monday is I would be having conversations with people, and someone was like, it was a Monday, and I was like, well, how are you? I was like, I'm fabulous. She was like, I wish I was fabulous. I'm not going to be fabulous till Thursday. What? Thursday? Oh my God. It's Monday. So you're not fabulous Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday? Like, my goodness. So, hey, Professor Marla, welcome. Hey, Rachel, I see y'all joining. Welcome. Hey, Florence. So, so I was like, how can we be fabulous on a Monday? And when we're fabulous on a Monday, that means you're waking up every day excited about what it is that you were doing, right? And so I used to be on the East Coast. Now I'm in Central Standard Time. So, it's a little bit earlier for me than normal, but I enjoy doing these sessions. So I'm still, have a little, because I haven't a whole bunch of conversations. So my throat might still sound a little worse. I'll, I'm excited to be here because I really enjoy doing these. I enjoy having these conversations. And so we want to wake up fabulous every day. I remember I did the workshop on a Tuesday, so people were confused. Like, well, no, we're supposed to be fabulous every day. It's just fabulous on a Monday because it was a Monday when I had the conversation with the person, and we want to wake up fabulous every day. So that's about being in alignment with the gifts and the things that you actually enjoy doing. So that was month two. And month three, we talked about protecting the vision and boundaries and focus. And so when you think about the vision that you have, everybody cannot go where you're going. Everybody does not want to do the work that it takes do to go where you're going. And so a lot of times people will say things or do things, not necessarily maliciously, but they don't have the same vision. God didn't give them that vision. So they're going to say things out of fear of that you might fail, or they don't want you to fail. They want you to succeed. So just do this. Just do the easy stuff. Do the easy stuff that you know you won't fail at. But sometimes you have to silence the noise, right? Because they will keep you from doing the things that you feel like you're called to do because they're afraid for you. So when we think about boundaries, boundaries from people, boundaries from things, we talked about like distractions, like being on the phone too much or talking on the phone too much. There was like people were just having different epiphanies for themselves about what was distracting them and keeping them unfocused. So that's what we talked about for month four. And then, no, I'm sorry, month three. So then we went to month four, and the vision economy, turning vision into opportunity, impact, and income. So what we talked about last month was the visions that people are having. How can it provide resources? How can your vision? A lot of times we just do stuff for fun because we enjoy it, but most of that stuff could probably make us money. Right. And so, like, really, like, sitting with, because when we think about the vision, the ideas that we have, there's stuff that we have to do. Right. So there's goals. So that you take that one vision that you have and then put some benchmark, put some dates on it, put some activity to it. We had somebody that posted because they have been talking about posting and they hadn't posted, but they had the videos, but they hadn't posted. So that person posted during the session. So it's about the doing the things that we have vision for and to putting action behind it. So does anybody have any questions before we get into month five, becoming the vision? Does anybody have any questions about month one, two, three, or four before we get started? And I'm gonna sip my tea. Okay, no questions. Fantastic. All right, let's go to the next slide. All right, so the big idea for today is many people focus on what they want, but few people focus on what they must become. Your vision can only grow to the extent that you grow. So we think about becoming. I think y'all know. Do y'all know that I wrote a book called Becoming a Queen? Hence the chair. I actually have two. I actually have two chairs. I have a purple one and a gold one. The gold one's for my husband. I don't know who he is yet, but I have a vision for being married. So I bought him his chair. He has his kingly chair already. He already has his chair. Mine is purple. It's over there. So yes, I have vision. And a lot of times I put action, put things, I create things that goes along with the vision that I have. And so when we think about when I wrote the book, one of the things I was like, I wrote about because a lot of times we want things, but are we prepared for those things? So becoming a queen is about preparing for being who you are first before your king comes. So it's not about like how to be great for him. It's really about us and how we show up for ourselves. So from that, I created this thing. It's called the Becoming a Queen Experience, and I'm doing it in July in Nigeria, in Abuja and Lagos. And because it's like, how do we show up as women as our best selves, whether we're single, whether we're married, whether we're mothers, whether we're business partners, whatever that looks like, how do I first show up as myself, best as myself? So we're always becoming. And it's not like we ever arrive. Right? We become and then we become more, and then we become more, and then we become more until God says, come on, girl, because you've done great. Come rest. So it's about what do we have to do? What changes do we have to make for ourselves to be what it is that we want to be? So that is where becoming the vision is, right? You're becoming it. That is the big idea for today. Any questions?
I have a thought more than I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So last night I was just going through my Bible. I have this thing where I just open up a random page in the Bible trying to find an answer to a question I have.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I ended up on um I was going through Psalms and then I ended up in Isaiah somehow. I can't quote the verses, sorry, but I'm gonna need you to stick with me for this one. Um, I was praying for something very specific and I was very scared about what I was praying for. And the messages I was receiving was have faith in your vision, have faith in what
Mm-hmm.
you're planning, and trust that what you are asking for will be provided to you. So I think today's today's session is very much in alignment with what I've been stressing about, and I've been applying the lessons from month one, month two, month three. I can't believe we're almost going to month seven now. My word, we are flying. We're flying through this year, and I believe that these sets of workshops have really helped me ground what I'm trying to do for myself, and also know that there's a community of people who are trying to stick to their visions just as much as I am. So this is important. I hope all of us are going to walk away from this session having equipped ourselves with some tools and comfort to know that we're not alone on this journey of trying to stick to our vision and our dreams. And I'm complete.
Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. I agree. Like with having a community of people that are doing the same thing, like encourage you to keep going. Because sometimes you get tired. Sometimes I get tired. I feel like, what am I doing? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Because I have big vision, right? And so when you have big vision, sometimes you step out on faith, not even knowing how it's going to end, but you have faith that things are going to work out. So you need to be around people that can encourage you as well to keep going and to support you and all those things. So yes, thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share about um aha moment or perspective that they have or anything from the first couple of months or where they're at in some of the things that they've already written down, the progress that they've made over these last 6 months since we started. Anything anyone want to share before we keep going? No? All righty. Well, let's go to the next slide. Vision requires transformation. Oh my goodness. You know, people say change is hard. It's challenging because you have to stop doing some things. You have to stop being around some people. right? So, new vision requires new thinking, new habits, new decisions, and new standards. My God. When you think about new standards, can anybody think about a standard that they had to change that was connected to the vision that they've written down just recently in these last 6 months? What standard have you had to change? I want you to think about it. You can put in the chat, you can come off mute, but what is a standard that you've had to change to
Um,
be able to go, uh-huh,
I've had to stop saying I'll do it later. Hey, later can turn into 6 months later. There's no definite timeline on doing it later. A big thing I've been struggling with is procrastination. And at first I was like, okay, maybe procrastination comes from laziness,
mm,
which is partly true. And then when I began to like really do some shadow work, I realized that procrastination also comes from a lack of confidence. Because why don't I believe I can do it right, or at least have the courage to try something out? So because I don't have the courage or the confidence to try, I'm like, okay, I'll wait until I have the courage to try something, you know.
yeah,
So I am fighting procrastination so hard right now. So that is a standard I'm fighting. It's like if I agree to do something, I have to do it. It might be a little bit later, but it needs to get done because one thing I've noticed is that when you don't do something immediately, or when you don't do something when you say you're going to do it, you forget about it, and it just messes up a whole chain of
yeah.
events. Um,
Mhm.
and I'm complete. Florence has a hand raised. Hi, Miss Florence. Morning.
Good morning. Yes, Florence. Thank you for sharing, like,
Good morning. Good morning.
hi.
Grand rising each and every person. Um, wow. I just wanted to share that I recently had the experience of moving into a new home with my daughter.
Mm,
And this was a dream or a desire that I had when I was 19 to have my own home, to have all of these, you know, these things. It took a long time before this dream was realized. However, I believe that in the meantime, I had to become, there's a lot that I had to overcome before I could get the fulfillment of this dream. And I don't even see that it's like, all that I dreamt of. When I say that, I mean I have huge dreams. But having like come to this point of moving into this home
mm,
and seeing like just about, if I forgot that I had dreamt about this. Oh yes, here it is. Oh, I had dreamt about that. Here it is. Oh my God, it's like I I don't know. I think I'm like Aladdin and his lamp. Like when things started happening, I guess I'm in just this wonder and in this awe, and all of this is giving me the most peace and joy and everything, because what I'm seeing is that I need to continue
mhm.
like holding my dreams and working towards them. With that, complete.
Congratulations on your new home. I love that. I love that. And a lot of times, sometimes when we it's good to have these moments because when you look back on some of the things that you've written, because we're just living life, we're like, oh wow, that did happen. And I did do that. And I did and that right? Because things just are happening and we forget about some of the visions and dreams that we have. So congratulations. Thank you so much for sharing. That's awesome. Anybody else would like to share? All right, so we can go on to the next slide. All right, so this is going to be an activity that we're going to do in our minds. Okay? And so I want you to look at your current self and all the things that we've already accomplished, and we're going to look at our future self. Because remember, we talked about in the beginning, it's like you continue to evolve, you continue to grow, you continue to become. We never arrive until God takes us home and says, well done, my good and faithful servant. So until then, we're going to continue to become the next thing that we're going to come. So I want you to look at your current self. Close your eyes. Look at where you are. Look at where you live. Look at the car that you drive. Look at the work that you do, whether you're an entrepreneur or you work for somebody. And then I want you to look at your future self and the visions and dreams that you still have for yourself, whether you see yourself speaking on stage in front of millions of people, or you see yourself writing books, or you see yourself owning a business, or you see yourself owning a hospital, you see yourself owning an airline, you see yourself owning the airport, you see yourself um, talking to the president in the White House. You see yourself talking to presidents of other countries. Where do you see yourself? And it has to be big enough where it's not something that you can do on your own. So I want everybody to either come off mute and put in the chat about specifically what your future self, where you see your future self. So let's just take a minute and do that. Where do you see your future self? I'll go first. I see myself talking on stage to millions. I see myself being interviewed by Oprah. He wants to have a conversation with me. Okay. And so Oprah wants to sit me in her chair and interview me. Okay. She does. She just doesn't know it yet. Okay. So who else wants to share what they
Um,
see their future self? Mhm.
Miss Laura Clark says, congratulations, Florence. You are a creator. And
Mhm.
I'm going to talk about a future I see in the next year or two. Um, I see myself driving my SUV in my three-bedroom house on the coast. Yeah, that's where I see myself right now. Mm, yeah, and I'm complete. I'm sure we all have dreams, and we all have.
We do, right?
So
It's
everyone, share,
7:30. So
share, share.
Gina, tell us, Gina.
Okay. So I see myself, I guess I was trying to get into my head to see like what the time frames are, but I'm taking the time frames off. And so I see myself on the ship. I'm on a ship. We are reversing the Middle Passage by ship. It's a full house. I have, everybody is on the boat that wants to be on the boat, and we are having a ball. We are learning about life. We are healing ourselves. We are healing 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. We are laughing. We are dancing. We're doing the electric slide as we're returning home to Africa. And
Mhm.
as I see us pulling in to the harbor, and yes, it is a glorious day. It is a glorious day,
I
and I'm
love it.
complete. I'm complete.
Who else would like to share? Well, everybody, I think everybody to share. Either put in chat or share because you have to have a vision to be able to work with. You got to figure out what do I need to do? Who do I need to become to get there? What behaviors do I need to shift? What do I need to be more intentional about? Right? So I need everybody um to share. Tell me. Also put it in the chat if you can't come off mute. We got options, honey. We got options. Who else wants to share?
I'm not calling on anyone. I'm just inviting because I do know a couple of people have shared their visions here in Woo. So I know Dr. Fatima has something that she's cooking up. Um, I know Professor Marilyn has many things that she's building. And I feel like Laura and Rachel have also shared various visions
Oh,
during their days. So there's a
Jada,
few
come
people
out.
here with things to share with us that we would
Come out,
love
Jada.
to call them out. All
Yes.
right. Okay. Sister Fatima, Dr. Fatima, can you come on and share about your vision? I know you have the app that you're building.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm driving. That's why I didn't come on to put anything in the chat. And I want to just share that what I see in my future is super um, in terms of vibrant health, that this app is circulating the world and is having impact on many people. And how I know that is because people are really looking at how we are with each other as human beings and really putting that out there and speaking. And someone had mentioned the 7 generations healed backwards and the 7 generations plus healing forward, as well as my family being in position 7 generations ahead to fulfill on their assignment here on the planet. That's what I see for my future.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. I want to hear more about this app.
Okay, we got a minute.
It's best. Well,
Yeah, yeah. So we are looking to launch the app August 5th. I just brought in a sister who is a coder who opened her own organization because she was struggling with corporate America. And we have connected. And so I have her to manage and support me with all the tech. She knows the language. It's taken me a long time to figure out many things. It feels good bringing on another Black woman who is brilliant. And that's one new team member. Another team member is a sister who is a storyteller who can help us push this out in terms of a story that we tell ourselves in a way to heal ourselves. I just brought on another team member. Well, he's not on yet, but he'll be managing all of the back end. The app is a app towards self journey and also being supported. So it's a dual purpose app where you
mhm.
can really check in with yourself and you're in control of identifying what you need, what you can do in the moment. So it's in real time. And also that you can share it with a trusted friend, a trusted person to help you unpack things that you are dealing with as well as professionals. And I'll leave with these couple of things. It's really about how we shift our language, about who we are, and how we see ourselves, like the words that we put in our mouths. So the app is focused on
shifting the language to journeyers. We are all journeyers. It's funny that a white psychiatrist last night said to me, "Oh, is this a spiritual app? Yeah, is this a this or that?" And I said, "No, we
Mhm.
all on a journey. You on a journey too. Just
Mhm.
because you're a psychiatrist don't mean you ain't in the human
That's right.
dynamic. So you on a journey too." So he wanted to take it somewhere like, oh, black people like, spirituality and da 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 da. No, we all are in this life, and you are in it too. And so it's really
Mhm.
about all of us being on a journey. You just might be two steps ahead of me in terms of what journey you're on. And then the second language change is those who are professionals, they are guides. They can be guides
Mhm.
because they have maybe more information that they can help us unpack. So a guide would be a therapist, it would be a social worker, it would be a coach, it would be an educator, someone that who can actually help you navigate what you're discovering about yourself. And so then they can connect with them. I am super excited about it. We want to take it out of pathological and labeling languages so that people of color know that it's okay to get support. It's okay to check in with yourself. It's okay to pause. It's okay to do the things necessary for our mental and emotional well being. So I'm just so super excited about it. And I want others to be super excited about it and hoping that, I can move it in a way because I get so excited. I can't give a straight line to what this is because it's so much that I have to say. And I just want to stop saying and allow it to show itself and
I
to,
love that.
evolve. Thank you so much for
Oh,
that moment.
that
Yeah.
is so good. I love that. But think about all the things that you had to become and the things that you had to adjust to be able to even like even putting the people together, putting the right people together to be able to create a team that's able to build something like this. It's fantastic. I love it. Love it.
Yeah. Can I just say that one with that
Yes.
question that you ask is for me is stop asking the opinion of others about what it is that you are assigned to do and
Ma'am.
standing in it and standing in that space because it's easy to be thrown off your center because you're trying to get opinions about what you think what you've been assigned to do. And so that has been a long learning journey, and so now I can step with more confidence. I can be present to what is it going on inside of me, just like what I want the app to do, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I use the app. To be honest, right now we're in testing mode, but I use this app because it helps me to say, well, why do you need that opinion? Yes, I don't mind getting advice, but I don't have to use the advice and finding the confidence to know I don't have to use that advice if it doesn't sit with me. It doesn't sit with my spirit. It doesn't sit with where I know that I'm supposed to be going. And it's been a long journey, to be honest. It's just been quite a long journey, and I'm so grateful to Allah, to the universe, to the ancestors, that I'm learning every day a new way of transforming how I've been so that I can manifest what it is that the Creator would have me do.
Okay. And I need you to say that louder for the people in the back. Okay. Because a lot of what you're doing, who creates apps? I was just out here talking about creating apps, right? So a lot of times people giving you advice and giving their opinion or what you do, and they ain't even done it. They don't even know what I'm trying to do. So thanks, but no thanks. So it's not about the opinions of others or because like you said, God gave you that vision. He didn't give it to them, so they can even see what you see. They don't even have the capacity to see what you see or to even give you good insight. That is just fantastic. So thank you so much for sharing. So good.
Thank you for giving me the space to do that. I really appreciate it.
You're so welcome.
Yes.
Um,
Peace.
Prof. Meriden has a hand raised. Morning, Prof.
Mhm.
Grand Rising, everyone.
Hey there.
I'm a little congested, so that's why I was quiet. Where are we? Are we still visioning?
Yeah, so we're still talking about so what the exercise was looking at your current self, and then where you see your future self. And so we're just having people share what that future self looks like, and then thinking of some of the steps of what it's going to take to become them. So nothing that you can like do right now by yourself or tomorrow you can become, but something that you have to become into. So where do you see your future self?
Okay, well, it's an evolution of what's already going on,
Mm-hmm.
where we started a chamber of commerce because we saw it as the most efficient way to get people to really act on their money dreams, so to speak. And so I'm the current president, and I am looking forward to a very well oiled board and members that really share the mission and not just want to be spectators, but actually participate because I see how this can help not just locally, but globally. If people don't know, a Chamber of Commerce is a business association. And even though it's a nonprofit, everybody benefits because you're networking your business. So people support each other. And so it could be a Black Wall Street that's virtual, right? And a lot of people just kind of they want to do a business and they follow the crowd. But if we don't diversify what we offer, the village won't be holistically moving ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So I see a chamber of commerce or any kind of business association. It's kind of like the African Susu and Jamaican partner, but it's the U.S. chamber is the most powerful business organization in the world, and so nothing happens by accident. And so, if we follow a structure in a way that works for us culturally as Black people, or Caribbean people, or African American people, we can actually build community faster than where how we've been doing it. Because we do things in isolation, we need to learn to trust each other, organize properly, do things together, both for profit and charity. So that's where I stand right now. People working together and staying together.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm complete.
Thank you so much for sharing. I like that last thing that you said. People working together and staying together. And I think the beauty in that is when you're building a team, everybody's operating in their strength, which builds the greatness of the team because everybody's not great at the same thing. We're all great at different things. And so we're thinking together, we're building together. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Florence, I see your hand.
Mhm. Yes. Um, Thinking about dreams and goals and all of that. Um, I know that you have to become what it is that you want to have in your life. You have to
Mm-hmm.
get on the vibration. Now, there's so many things that have happened in this one milestone. Oh my heavens. It's like, oh my God. Like, okay, I dreamt of being like the best mother that I could be when I was a kid because I lacked that, you know, I didn't have that mother structure in my life. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I had to be the mother.
Mm-hmm.
And that produced a lot of angst between myself and my offspring, my daughter, because I wanted to be that perfect, that real mother. But then I didn't have the tools to be that mother because I didn't really see what I wanted to see or what I felt I should see when I was younger. And it took me all this time and the things that I wanted to do for my daughter and the things that, I wished her to have and all of this. And as I keep going through and plodding on, at this time in this home, we were in a little place before this. I mean, such a little place. We were on top of each other, and I knew that we had to heal a lot of stuff
Mm-hmm.
before we could move on to wherever I was dreaming of or she was dreaming of.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, well, I wouldn't say, everything is perfect, but my heavens, I know that a lot of healing took place in that space because I was willing to do the work and
Mm-hmm.
become, and it was not easy.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to share a small experience in that I wanted to cook. I wanted to be an entertainer. Dreamt
Mm-hmm.
of, entertaining people and and oh my God, you can imagine that I never really got the chance to do it. I mean, I'm talking, like cooking, having friends over, maybe having a party, whatever. And I
Mm-hmm.
never got a chance to do these things. And in this home, I've been in here 20 days.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and my daughter, she loves fudge. She likes the things that, Guyanese people make, fudge
Mm-hmm.
and pastries and a lot of things. And I wanted to do all these things for my kids, for, whatever. And finally, about 4 or 5 nights ago, I made fudge for my daughter for the first time. And she and she asked me when I brought the fudge to her. She said, "Where did you get that?" Like surprise. And I said, "Oh, I just made it. I made fudge for the first time." And oh my heavens, all of this, what is doing for me is representing the fact that dreams do come true. It might be a small thing, now it appears to be a small thing. Me being able to make that fudge for the first time and give it to my daughter and her enjoying it and then coming back to me a few days later and saying, "Mommy, could you make some fudge?" My daughter is such a critic that if that fudge was not up to standard, I would have known it. And for the first time, I made that fudge. Guys, you don't really know what's really happening in my heart, in my soul right at this time. And I just want to encourage everybody to just go after their dream. With that, Uncle.
Thank you so much for sharing. I love that. Sometimes it's the small things, and we could hear the joy in your voice even as you're telling the story. Like we can hear the emotion behind like the visions that you had, and now they're coming to pass. And that's the journey. And it's not easy, which is why a lot of times people don't do it because they want easy. They want the microwave. They want it quick. And for it to be actually sustainable and something that like means something, you have to go through a process. It just doesn't just happen. So I love that. And I love that your daughter loved the fudge. Hi, Laura, see your hand.
Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the session this morning, and I'm so
Mhm.
grateful for the shares. And my head is spinning around. Yes, I'm also one who saw myself being interviewed by Oprah. I used to be having dreams
Mhm.
of being on Oprah, sharing, my thoughts, my vision. Well, at the moment, my vision is to continue to complete my book and to create businesses, sustainable businesses as spin offs from the book, businesses where I can share my skill sets, my wisdom, around food. And my topic is let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't sleep last night because I was here up late writing my mother's story. And this is what it was about. And here it's like I'm living the life of my mother, 'cause that was her story. So it's like I'm continuing her life. Well, I know she lives within me. So food and health is it's like comes so natural for me. So I want to continue to share that with the world because that's where we can all build abundance by just sharing it, creating wealth for each other. So in it's about creating sustainable communities. With that, I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So good. All right. Anybody else want to share before we keep going about their future self? Where do you see yourself in the future? All right, so we can go to the next slide. All right, so this is I feel like we have something in the chat. What's in the chat before we move on? Let's see.
Alrighty. Helen says, I was stuck, but giving myself the ability to simply dream. I can see myself in the midst of celebrating, creating a new family through healing, birthing, and connecting to embrace what's to come. And
Mm,
Florence says, speaking before millions, and I'm complete.
thank you, thank you. That's so good. And so as you have in the forefront of your mind about the future self that you see, I want us to do these steps together. So create your future self profile. So complete the statement. My future self is, my future self believes, because you know it starts in your mind. It starts the power of our thoughts. So what do you believe about your future self? My future self no longer, and my future self consistently. So if we think about things that we might be doing now that is hindering us from being our future selves, that is what we no longer. So just take a couple of seconds and I would like a volunteer that we can walk through these four statements together. So that might also help other people create theirs. So anybody want to volunteer to go come off mute and go through these statements together?
Are we completing them or
You say,
just
what do you mean when you say are you completing them? What do you mean?
my future self is and I completed?
You complete the statement. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just asking. Thanks.
Uh-huh. See who wants to come off mute and go and share your statements with the people in case some people need help as they're completing theirs. They can have some inspiration.
I'll go.
Yeah?
Alrighty. Okay. Okay, let's see. My future self is ready. My future self believes in the power of being at the right place at the right time. My future self no longer plays small. My future self consistently shows up and shows out. My future self prioritizes rest, care, and joy. And I'm complete.
Let's stay there for a second because I got some questions. So you said my future self is ready, right?
Mhm.
What are you ready for?
I'm ready to stop being. I'm ready to stop being controlled by my fear.
So can we say my future self is not controlled by fear?
Okay, my future self is not controlled by fear.
Because I think in these statements we have to be super specific. Because a lot of times we say words, but it's like, what do those words mean? Right. So we have to identify the thing that is keeping us from getting to where we want to go. And if fear's the thing, my future self is not controlled by fear.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when you were talking earlier about procrastination, sometimes procrastination also is a result of fear.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, fear has got to go, honey. Okay.
Out the door in the dustbin.
Okay. Then you said my future self believes that you are at the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me more about that?
Um, there was a very big moment. There was a very big period in my life where um I I was very obsessed with like benchmarks. I was like, at this age I should have this, at this time I should have that. I should be married with a child by now. I should have this. And none of those things have happened. But so many other amazing things have happened in my life. So I believe that at this moment in my life, whether I'm happy about it in this current moment or I'm excited about it, I believe this is where I'm meant to be. So I'm always at the right place at the right time for my journey. And also
Love that. Mhm.
the counter to that is putting myself out there as well, trusting that when I am visible, I will be at the right place at the right time for the next opportunity to grab me, you know?
I love it. I love it. I love it. And so it's also being when you focus on what you don't have, like when you say you should be married and have a child, when you focus on those things and not like all the things that you have, you could potentially miss an opportunity because you're focused on the other things.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's really like really being confident, like I truly am in the right place at the right time. I was having a conversation this weekend with a young lady who wants more children, but she's like, I'm 36. I'm like, girl, I prefer to have a child at 50. And her daughter just graduated high school. So like we're limiting ourselves by our own thoughts and beliefs. So I love that. All right. So my future self no longer, you said, play small.
Mm.
Tell me more.
Um, there were times in my life where I was afraid of being super vibrant and colorful and just being
Mhm,
myself. I was shrinking myself to make people around me uncomfortable.
mhm,
I come from a very conservative family and I live a very unconventional life, you know. No, no, and so it's been a it's been a very big shift to make decisions for myself and not for what my
mhm.
family would approve of. And for
Yeah,
me, that's not playing small anymore. And I've realized the more I make decisions for myself and for what makes me happy and what makes sense for me, is the happier I feel. And I'm trying my best not to feel guilty for putting myself first. So that's a big thing about not playing small, because if I play small, how can I ready my mind for all the big things that are gonna happen in my life or the big things that I want to happen in my life?
I love that. I love that. Because people are intimidated by your ability to be your authentic self because they're not being their authentic selves. So keep 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 not playing small, okay? And you said my future self consistently shows up and shows out.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more.
Um, it goes back to not playing small. It's like
Hmm.
doing the best I can in everything that I do, and also trusting that I have the ability, just trusting in my abilities, trusting in myself, trusting in the gifts that I've been given, and knowing that I've been giving these things for a reason. And if I believe in all of that and I trust in all of those things, I can show up as my full self and I can just rock
Yes.
out and I can do my best and just not being afraid of being seen.
Hmm.
Mm.
I love that. I love that. And as we're talking through this, I hope you all are thinking about these statements for yourself and what you want to consistently do. And and none of us should play small. Um, and sometimes we're too much for the wrong people, but we're not too much for the right people, right? The people that we are called to want to be connected to us because we are showing them what's possible. The people that we're too much for, we're showing them what they're not doing and what they're not willing to do. So they tell us to calm down, don't be so loud, don't you doing too much. So those are the people we have to like remove ourselves from, right? And one of the things that stood out to me too when you said my future self prioritizes rest. And so that is huge, right? Because even in all the things that we're doing, we have to make sure that we are getting the rest that we need to get. I tell my friends all the time, my bedtime is 10 o'clock because I need 8 hours of sleep. If I can't be in bed by 8, I can't go. I mean, 10, I can't go. So so thank you so much for sharing. Like that was amazing. So listen, y'all, it is 8 o'clock. We have been here for an hour. We have a few more slides to go. I know some people may have to get ready to go, start their day, but we appreciate you all for coming. And yeah, we got about 30 more minutes, a couple more slides to go, a couple more things to do. I would like somebody else to share what, or anybody, however many people that wants to share about their future profile and things that they feel like uh, this, what this says for them. I see some people have put it in the chat, so we can kind of go to the chat. And anybody else that wants to come off mute and share as well, please do.
Alrighty, okay. Dr. Fatima says, Florence, congratulations on your new home and starting the journey of living your desires with your daughter. I will come visit and we can sit in the sun and dream together soon. This is so sweet. Um, Dr. Fatima says, my future self is courageous. Florence says, my future self is fully expressed. She no longer
Mm,
swallows her feelings. Oh, I feel that.
feel
Um,
that too.
Florence says, my future self is with her husband, partner, inspiring others worldwide to be who they came on this planet to be. Laura says, my future self is free of the opinions and judgment of others. My future self believes that I am creating my realities. My future self is no longer a people pleaser. My future self consistently trusts myself and focuses on self care. Prof. Marilyn says, my future self is comfortable and confident. My future self believes we can achieve big dreams together. My future self no longer waits for the government to solve our problems. My future self consistently encourages teamwork to make our dreams work. And I am complete.
My favorite one is my future self no longer waits for the government to solve our problems. Mm. And that stands out to me so much because right now we live in a world that is divided in so many different directions. And even working in other countries, like the focus is on the government this, the government that. And it's like, but what about the God-given ability to do things and to create things? No one man, no 10 man can tell me what I can or cannot do, especially if I have faith that God is going to give me all the ideas. And because money doesn't stop because of the government, people are still billionaires, right? And so it's like, if they can do it, so can I. And I don't have to rely on the government. And if we're relying on the government, then we feel like people used to say, good government get you a good government job. The government has been flood alert how many times that people are not getting paid. So our reliance on the government is also like being in prison to the government. No, free yourself from that. So I love that. I love that because there's so many conversations that it's just like, stop it. Stop relying on the one person. Rely on yourself. Use your creativity. Like build an ecosystem that cannot be broken by the government. So, and I also love my future self is no longer a people pleaser. Oh my gosh, I used to be a people pleaser so bad, and so now that I'm no longer, people are confused and they feel like I've changed. And I'm like, I have, because I'm no longer doing what you want me to do, right? I'm doing what I want to do, what I feel like God has called me to do, not to please you. So those two things totally resonated with me. So yes, thank you so much for sharing. Florence, I see your hand is up.
Yes. What I wanted to say about that is this thing about waiting for the government. Oh my God. I came to this country and that's one thing I decided way, way back
Mhm.
that honestly, I do not want to wait on the government. I mean for anything because I I do not want anybody to hold me hostage. I mean like okay the writing because I'm over 60, and social security and all this. Oh, every day they put, oh, the government will take away your social security. Oh, the government will do this. Oh, the government will do. Listen, I honestly do not give two pennies about what the government wants to do. What I know is that the government is upon my shoulder. The government is upon our shoulder. I mean, our head, our brains, our abilities, our all of it is upon each our shoulders. It's like that head, that brain, that whatever you have there, that's the government. And there is this thing in the Bible, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. So that's why a lot of people wait on the government. It's like this thing, oh, they're waiting on the Savior, the Christ, because the government is upon the shoulder of the Christ. The government is upon the shoulder of each of us, each one of us. And with that, I'm complete.
Thank you so much. So good. So, so good. All right. Anybody else want to share before we move on? All right, we can go to the next slide. All right. So now I want us to think about habits that we want to create. So your habits are evidence of your priorities. So when we think about our future selves and the families, the children, the husbands, the properties, the apps, all the things, right? What are the things that we need to do to be consistent and be able to show up for those things? So small actions repeated consistently create transformation. So remember we talked about becoming the vision, right? And so while we're in movement, we don't want to just stay stagnant and okay, well, I'm moving, I'm doing something. But what are we consistently doing? How are we consistently evolving? So I want you to ask yourself, what habits support my vision and what habits are working against my vision? And these questions we often have been asking throughout the series because we have to keep in mind what it is that we need to shift in order to continue to move forward and things that we need to stop. So if we think about some habits that are supporting and some things that are could be a hindrance, and I want us to be able to share. You can either put in the chat, you can call off mute because you might say something that somebody else might not even be thinking about. Like, oh my gosh, yes, that is something that's working against me. That is something that I should um, stop doing or do less of or do more of. Right? What are the habits that support the vision? So I would love someone to come off mute and share some of that with us. Or you can put in the chat. What habits support my vision? I'll go. Food that I eat, right? So I do a lot. Sometimes I have to tell myself, girl, calm down. You're doing too much. Because my brain, I'll be dreaming about some of the stuff that I be doing. But the food that I eat makes, if I eat like fried foods or heavy foods and I eat a lot of food, then I'm like tired. My brain isn't functioning properly. Like I don't want to do anything. I just want to go to sleep. So I need to fuel myself with things. So like I drink the juice and the green juice and the ginger tea and the things that I feel like I take my vitamins and I do the protein shakes because I don't feel heavy. And when I don't feel heavy, then I can keep going, I can keep moving, I can keep working. But I want to make sure that I'm getting my nutrition. And so I'll eat or drink the different things that help give me natural energy. So those are some things that are habits that are supporting the vision. Habits that are working against it is having conversations that I know are unproductive or unfruitful, but I don't want to hurt people's feelings because I don't want people to think I don't want to talk to them, even though I don't. So those are some of the things, for me, for you know, because my mind needs to be clear when I'm on Oprah's chair, honey. I need all my thoughts to be right there. I need to be prepared so when Oprah's asking me these questions, I can answer when I'm on stage talking in front of all the people. I need to be clear. I don't need to be heavy and lethargic. I need to be ready. All right, Laura, see your hand.
Yes, when you touch on the food, you get me because that is part of my thing. Is noticing, scanning my body for what's harming my body. What food is impacting my body and eliminating those food. But even though I know all of that, I have this bad, habit of eating late. I mean, late, I'm like, the latest I eat is 7. But I realize that is not serving me.
Mm,
I should be eating earlier, like 4 or 5, so my food can be easily digestible, right? But I've been teaching others about the importance of watching what you're putting in your body and what the impact it is having. Like for me, I get to realize that white rice, flour, gluten stuff was impacting my hands because whatever I'm experiencing with my hands, carpal tunnel or arthritis, whatever that is. So I had to stop it. Like, just stop. People say, how can you say you just stop? It took time, of course, for me to really get to the point where I can say no to these food no more because I'm aware of what it's going to do to my body. So for me right now, I'm working on my health and especially my hormone health because I'm menopausal, right? And I see the
mm,
impact that the hormones are having on my system. So
mm.
I've come to this point where to really, for my vision to move forward, my
Yes.
health is the most important at this
Mhm.
point. So I am finally working on it. And want to say thanks to Florence for introducing me to a practitioner who
Mhm.
I'll be working with to get to that point. With that, I'm complete. Thank you.
You for sharing. That is so important. Our health is so important because we could have all the visions in the world, but if we're unhealthy, we can't even fulfill that because we don't have health. So our health is our wealth to be able to do all the things. So thank you for sharing. And I love the networking. I love the networking and that we're doing with the referrals and things. I love it. So thank you. Who else would like to share? Helen, I see you're off mute. Did you want to share something?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm typing and I erased everything I was typing. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was on mute. No, let me,
You're talking now,
no,
you might as well. You're already
I will.
talking.
Okay. I was trying to type I'm a little behind. I'm not even on the screen with you guys because I was still typing, but I was just trying to type the future self step. And so
Yeah.
my future self is stepping out on faith.
Mm.
My future self is awaiting, I'm sorry, my future self, my husband is awaiting me. My future self is, I agree wholeheartedly on the young lady who mentioned not relying on the government, because so many of us are, and I think that's why so many of us um, are in the place that we are.
Mhm.
Um, my future self is preserving my peace, and my future self is prioritizing loving life, my family, and my community. I'm complete.
I
Thank
love
you.
that. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank
That's
you.
so good.
I'll
Um,
get off mute. Sorry.
no, no, no. Tell me the sentence that you said again for your future husband.
I was trying to state that I'm not married right now, so I am
Mhm.
being conscientious of my husband is awaiting me as I am awaiting him.
Yeah.
That's really what I wanted to express because I
Okay.
want to be married. Yes.
Mhm. I do too. I do too. Did you
Thank
hear
you.
me say earlier about my chair?
No, I'm sorry because I was so focused on trying to type.
Fine. It's fine. But like I'm
Okay.
gonna be married too. I don't know when, but I bought him a chair. This is
Oh, okay.
right? So the king can come sit on his throne whenever
I
he
hear
finds me. You
you.
understand? Mhm.
Yes, I
So
do.
that
Thank
that
you.
resonated with me when you said it, because I was like, yeah, me too, girls. They are coming.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, let's go to the next slide. Thank you for sharing. And I'll put you on the spot.
Thank you. It's okay. Thank you.
All right. Becoming before receiving. So many people want the opportunity, but are we prepared for it? I'm going to tell you a quick story. I think last month when I was here and I was like, I was going to a conference, which I just got back from yesterday. And I was like, John Maxwell's going to be there and Oprah's going to be there. And I'm going to meet them. They're going to know my name. And so John Maxwell actually he didn't come because his plane didn't arrive. Like his plane never took off. There was issues with his flight. But the president of the organization had him on the phone. So he's apologizing on FaceTime about not coming. And he said, I'm gonna make it up to you and all this other stuff, right? So my friend was like, what you gonna do now? John's not here. How you gonna meet him? Right? Because people also be trying to play you when you be saying stuff that sounds outrageous. They be like, now what you gonna do? So I was like, I need to meet Johnny. Because Johnny has John's number. So when I tell y'all we were in the expo and Johnny was walking around and I went to Johnny and they were like some people were taking pictures and I went to Johnny. I said, listen, how you doing? My name's Lavonya. I need you to do me a favor. And he was like, what's that? I said, I need you to introduce me to John Maxwell. He looked at me like I was crazy. I said, yes, because listen, I was supposed to meet him and he's not here. So I need you to introduce me to John Maxwell. He said, you know what? He did say that he owes me a favor. So this is going to be his favor. I'm going to do an introduction to John Maxwell. What? Okay, thank you. So listen, this just happened. So I believe it is what I say it is. You understand? And it doesn't always mean that I'm going to it's gonna be the way that I envision it because I would have never thought that. But had I not been there, had I not been in the place, because there's an opportunity to do things virtually too, I would have not bumped into the president. I would have not been able to give him my card, and I would not have been able to ask, right? You have not because you asked not. I would not have been able to ask him to introduce me to John Maxwell. And if nothing else, for me, it's just like was brave enough to go up to this whole president of this organization where it was over 30,000 people at this conference. Insane. I've never seen anything business related that big before. I've seen church stuff, but not business. And so yeah, see, I'm a big jerk. I didn't meet him when I thought I was, and Oprah still doesn't know my name, but it's fine. I was in the same room with her, and she will know my name. She's gonna interview me, and the entire time I'm practicing. Weeks before, I'm practicing what I'm gonna say to John or what I'm gonna say to Oprah. So I was prepared. So I was telling somebody, listen, I'm about to meet Oprah. And they was like, I don't even know what to say. And I said, well, I do because I've been practicing. So you have to be prepared for the opportunities that we're looking for. And if you're in front of millions, what are we talking about? What is the speech? So it's almost like you get ready before the actual thing comes. So when you come, it's just, you've been practicing, you're ready. So I don't care. If it's one person or a million people, my message is still the same. It's just a bigger room with more people, but my message hasn't shifted. So I'm just practicing the message that I have for the people. You understand? So yes, Gina, I see your hand.
Because you just spoke to my soul. I have been writing a TED talk just because I was just like, I got to get my TED talk ready. One day it
Mhm.
just hit me, and I was like, TED talk? What TED talk? I don't. You got to write a TED talk, Gina. Like literally, I have been like working on a TED talk. I have no idea when, where, what I'm gonna do with it, when I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I've just been like, well, when you get invited, you're gonna have to be ready. You can't just not have it ready if they say, okay, we want you to come on TED. You got to be ready. So wow, thank you for living it, showing us. I'm always so excited whenever you come and share, and you actually lead us by example because you're going through your transformation, and so we are seeing what you're teaching us in real life. So thank you so much.
You're
Yeah, that just
so
I had to share that.
yes, and I'm coming to your TED Talk. Whenever you have it, make sure you invite me because I'm gonna come. Okay?
Yes, absolutely.
I love it.
Thank you.
All right. So many people want the platform, but are we prepared for the responsibility? So when we think about, I can't remember, I don't know, things are crossing, but somebody was saying something to me about uh when I go to other countries, like I'm going to be responsible for the things that come out of my mouth, because they're going to be like, well, Dr. Ryan said A, B, C, and D, right? And so it's like also being mindful of when we say we want to go global or we want to do different things, like we have to be thoughtful about the cultures and what we're saying so that we're not also offending the men, right? So the Becoming a Queen experience I'm doing, and I've gotten so many questions from men about, are you teaching women not to depend on men? And I'm like, that's the message. How did you get that? Right? But all they're saying is you're teaching women to be independent. That means they no longer need us. And so in that, I was like, okay, I need to edit my message or make sure that I'm talking about the partnership between men and women and not just the women, right? Because now I could be alienating all the men because of the message that I'm trying to give to women. And really, I need to like combine them and not separate them. So again, even though we're getting feedback that might like be like, that's not what I said. We can't just take that's not what I said and don't do anything with it. So it's like, how do I like then bring the men into this Becoming a Queen experience and how they are part of it as well. So be just being responsible for our messages and making sure that what it is that we're trying to do, we're actually having the impact that we want to have. Um, are you becoming the person who can manage what you are praying for? Right? I think I said last time when we were talking about money, like I created a budget. I don't have the money's not in my bank yet, but I have the budget. I know where all the money's gonna go when I get it in. I know where I would the account for the taxes. I know the account for the when like if I want to give people money. So it's not like I'm giving out of lack, but I'm giving out of overflow. So it's like being intentional about where all the money's gonna go before it comes. So it's like, can you manage a thing if you're not prepared to be a billionaire? If you don't have an accountant, if you don't have all these things, how are you going to manage it? Or is it going to overwhelm us? We talked before about people winning the lottery and then be broke a couple years later. Because they wasn't prepared for it. They wasn't prepared to manage what they were believing God for. So it's about the preparation before the things come. So we have to also think about all those things when we think about who our future self is the preparation, not just saying it, not just visioning it, but preparing intentionally for it. So when it comes, you are ready. All right, next slide. All right, so over the next 30 days, over the next 30 days, I want this is just for you. Over the next 30 days, I will strengthen this habit. I will release this habit. I will become more aligned by. So I want us to think about this for yourselves because this is the action to what it is that you are going to be doing. I will strengthen this habit. I will release this habit. I will become more aligned by. And I want you to write it down. And hopefully, you're putting all your notes in one place because, yeah, so that you can go along and reflect back on month one, two, month three, month four, month five, month six. So we get all the way to the end of the year. So if anyone would like to come off mute and share, please do.
If you don't mind, while they're thinking about it, I'll share some comments from Facebook. Kaisha was chiming in, but there's sort of like a slight delay. So she's shared with us her future self is not
Mm-hmm.
afraid to take chances. My future self believes when I step into a room, every person will feel my radiant light and positive presence.
Mm-hmm.
Future self no longer accepts mediocrity from anyone.
Mm-hmm.
My future self is consistently driving forward and accepting opportunities to doors that are opening. And my future self prioritizes myself instead of other people or organizations before my own schedule. And she also shared, I have a new vision for myself. I want to be more articulate in interviews and in meetings. The habit I want to work on is reading more to continue to expand my vocabulary and be well rounded. And she's working right now on the question about what habits don't support her vision. And Kaisha, can I just share with you? I'm also working on being more articulate because I'm getting ready for my TED Talk. So I'm joining Toastmasters. So if you find your local
Ah,
Toastmasters organization and it's a speakers bureau and you just make speeches at least once a month, you'll be up front in front of people talking to them and getting yourself prepared. And that completes the Facebook chat.
thank you, Gina.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So we got 4 minutes left, y'all. So over the next 30 days, I will strengthen the habit, this habit. I will release this habit. I will become more aligned by. Anybody want to quickly come off mute and share?
Doc, how about you lead us, and then we'll follow your lead.
So let's start with number one. I will strengthen this for the next 30 days. For me, I will strengthen this habit by consistently going to bed at 10 o'clock, regardless of others' desire for me to stay up past my bedtime. While I was at the conference, I was up 2 days past my bedtime and I could feel it the next day. Like my brain was not functioning at its highest capacity, and I have too much to do for my brain not to be able to do that. So I have to be strengthen my own, like because people want you to be around, but I can't. I have to go to bed. I will release the habit of. I could still see that sometimes I want to make people happy. So, because I like to serve the people, so I want to make people happy. So even in that, there's sometimes the residual of people pleasing, and I want it to be gone fully. Okay, so I want to release any residual habits of people pleasing, and I will become more aligned by making sure that I seek the Holy Spirit before I make any decisions, small or big, because these next few months in my life, I do believe will be life changing. So I need to make sure that my mind is alert, my heart is receptive to the leading and guiding of the Holy Spirit to make sure that I am fully aligned in everything that I do. Is that helpful?
Definitely, definitely.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So closing thought: the life you desire is connected to the person you are becoming. Don't just pursue the vision, become the vision.
Ooh,
And with that, I am complete.
already we have some activity in the chat. Florence says, I'm opening up to learning what I need to learn about AI. Florence says,
Mm.
I will strengthen the habit by walking for at least 30 minutes in the morning before 10 a.m. Amen. Gina says, those small minded men who are afraid of empowered power queens ain't kings. I know that's right. I'm from Facebook. Kaisha says, the habit that is working against my plan is procrastination. I look at books that I haven't read, but don't take the time to pick one to begin reading it. I also want to complete the book by constantly reading it to the end. I have so many books
Mm.
on my bedside that I haven't finished reading. Not because they're hard to finish, but because I just get distracted all the time. So I feel that. Helen says, thank you, Dr. Lavanya, for your motivation and your ability to encourage us to dream big. Florence says, awesome, Dr. Lavanya. Opportunity meeting preparedness. Prof. Marilyn says, practice takes us from performance to self actualization. Florence also says, I am noticing what foods are affecting me. I'm working on achieving optimal health. Um, I don't know what this word is, Prof. Please let me know if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Prof says, Kujichagulia is self-determination. Oh, yay! Okay, great. So self-determination, repetition, practice makes habit, and habit is character. Grandmother, discipline supports memory. Okay, that is true. The more you do something, it becomes a part of who you are. And that's all we have in the chat. Thank you so much to everyone who shared. We really appreciate you when you participate and you're active in the space. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
All right, Doc, that's all we have in the chat.
Well, thank you guys for coming. Listen, I will not be here in July because I'll be traveling all month, but I'll be back in August. So keep working on your vision, keep working on all the things that you are doing, and I'll see you in August.
Okay, awesome. So thank you for being here, Doc. Really appreciate you.
Mhm.
So, what do you have to offer us today? What do you have for us today?
So I do an adjustment for investment program. The regular price is $5,000, but I will give two people that is interested in the program. We'll start the next cohort in July, 50% off.
Hey, fantastic, fantastic. Please take Doc up on this offer. All righty. How can people get a hold of you? How can people reach you?
So the best way to get in contact with me is through my cell phone, but that is my Facebook, Instagram, my email, and my website. But like I said, the phone is the best way because I have 10 emails and emails get lost. So text me. Text me, especially if you want some information about the upcoming Becoming a Queen experience in Nigeria. I'm also going to different cities. So if you want me to come to your city, I can. So hit me up.
Awesome sauce. Alrighty. If you appreciated today's session, I encourage you to give a love offering using the code 1656LD. That is 1656LD. Just use this code cash.me/spirit of a woman. Or if the forward slash is a bit much, scan the QR code and give a monthly automated love offering that feels right to you. It's an amount of your choosing. Give an amount that feels right to you. Give an amount that you know what you're not gonna really think about in the month. When you give, we're able to keep doing what we do. We're able to share all this wonderful information with you, bring you wonderful facilitators. It helps us keep the space open, and we really appreciated your love offerings. Really do pour back into us, so please continue to do so. Up next, I'm gonna be on tomorrow, and I'm gonna be singing. Yay! So please join me tomorrow. And on Tuesday, we have Tasha DJ with the Multiple Sides of Harm. That is on Tuesday, June 23rd. And join me tomorrow on Monday, June 22nd. And I'll be singing some songs from my album. I really appreciate you guys. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you to all of our regulars in the space today. Thank you for being here. And also, thank you for being here. You haven't been here in a while. We see you. We appreciate you. We love you. Please continue to share with your community, with your loved ones, people in your respective spaces. Share this with anyone who you think might benefit from starting their morning with some good knowledge and good people. So please continue to share. Here is our weekly schedule on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and on Monday and Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 7:30. Text Blue Nation to 74121 so you get a reminder alert on who your facilitator will be for the day. Thank you for being here. Please stay in touch with us. Sign up for our weekly newsletter and /bit.ly Wake Up Movement. Sign up to our Facebook communities. Our private community is bit.ly /community, and public is bit.ly /public. Follow us on Instagram at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at bit.ly/woo on YouTube. And if you have any comments, questions, email us at info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. All right, folks, we have reached the end. Everyone, please put your mics on, and let us begin the love shower for Dr. Lavonya. Let's show her our appreciation for our wonderful session today. Thank you, Doctor, for all the wonderful information that you're giving us today. We really appreciate you. I really benefited from the session. I learned so much, and I'm sure all of us in the space learned so much as well. Where is everyone? Mics on, mics
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Lavonya. Thank
Lavanya.
you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. It's
Thank
always a
you.
pleasure to
Thank
see
you,
you
thank
and to
you. We
hear
love you.
you.
We're so excited to
I
tell
really
You're
appreciate
leading by
you
example.
and teaching us to think really
You're
big. Thank
leading by
you.
example, and I love that.
Thank you for giving us
Yes.
a
Have a
Well,
maximum
great
opportunity.
day.
We appreciate you so much. Thank you. Have a
you're welcome. You're welcome.
bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.